How y'all doing today? My name is Johnny. I own Johnny Gears Performance. This is a 2006 Harley-Davidson Sportster. I'm going to be installing a Hammer Performance air cleaner on it. Okay, first step here is to take the air cleaner off. And basically the air cleaner is held on with 2 bolts on here. It's a pretty quick little step. You want to cover comes right off of there. You just put it aside. You can reuse this cover if you'd like on the mod that you're gonna do to it. Then the air cleaner is held on with some actually Torx bolts. I just had this air cleaner changed not too long ago. I take this bike to the track. It's an 883, not a 1200, by the way. I plan to put a 1250 kit on it by Hammer Performance. Right now, as it is, it's running very low 14s, 1420s. Got a 14.09 out of it on a good night, and it runs pretty good. It runs. I love this bike. It's a nice bike. It runs real good. Anyway, let me get this air cleaner off real quick. Alright, that's off. You got 2 bolts right here. These 2 bolts, they're actually breathers. They go into your engine crankcase, and they actually hold the carburetor in place, and at the same time these bolts have holes, so they act as breathers, and that's one thing that's going to be getting eliminated as well. Okay, now see how simple it was to remove all this? It was fairly simple. Guys, this is the parts that I got from Hammer. The bracket, which basically holds down this carburetor right here. Okay, and this bracket is held on. It's going to be held on by this kit right here, which is a horseshoe, and it's basically it's a new style breather that's going to go on there. Okay, and this is an air cleaner that is basically bolted on with this billet cover right after that, and I've got another billet cover that goes outside of that, and I'll sure you'll see it when it's complete. Okay guys, here we go again. You can see what I did right there. There's 2 gaskets that come with this kit. Is these gaskets right here, it's got adhesive on one side. It basically, I glued it on this side. Now this horseshoe, I have it ready to install, and you can see what I did right here is I installed some of this. It's a thread sealer. It's made by Permatex, and I put it on the threads. Not only does it protect the thread on the head, but at the same time it also seals the thread to where it won't leak. Now you can see that this bracket right here is going to go right here. It's going to go right in between the horseshoe. It's going to grab on like this. It's going to have washers in between, supposed to seal it from leaking, and then basically just bolts on right there. You might want to use the bolts on the carburetor as a guide, and kit comes with these 3 bolts right here. Basically, you can just start them just to kind of guide the carburetor in place. You can remove them after everything is said and done. After it's tightened up, just start them on there, and you continue to seal this. This horseshoe can go with this either side. I chose to put it to the back. I feel that it's probably better off. You don't have to kill yourself tightening these. You don't want to mess the threads up later on. Basically, it's you choose to torque them, you can torque them. I've been doing this long enough to where I know just how tight to get them, and I'm very careful with the paint. Anyway, you can see it's not going nowhere anymore, and this is basically gonna go, it's gonna drain towards the bottom. But we just put it on here for now so you can see how this goes, and I'll figure out where to put it after that. Okay, we've basically done that already. So now we can put a clamp right there, but I'm going to show you how to do the rest, and I'll probably come back and put that clamp on there. You can see how it tightened up just a hair. Okay. Alright. Now again, you got another gasket, and it's got adhesive on it. So take the back off. You can see the adhesive, and you line it up. Again, you can use the bolts to help you line it up. Before you throw the adhesive on there, the bolts will help you line it up. See that? Okay. Now we're gonna, of course, remove them. It's glued on already. Get your hammer cover. Okay. You can start one at a time if you'd like. Very good. Now, the one thing I didn't do on here, and I did put a little bit of oil on there, is I usually put anti-seize compound, but on this particular bolt I didn't, because Harleys tend to vibrate quite a bit. So I'm just careful the way I tighten it up, and like I said, don't overdo it tightening it. You don't have to overdo things. Okay. That's it. You can see how that went on there. Now, last thing to install is your air cleaner. And since I'm gonna be doing the cover, I remove these. These are only used, these right here are only used when you are using your stock air cleaner, which in my case, I'm not. I got an aftermarket. I got the billet cover that goes on there. And guess what? That billet cover, I had it engraved with the name of my business on there. And you can see that it looks awesome. Hammer Performance did a excellent job on this. And now you can see that this is a very quick job. It doesn't take that long to do it. Again, I'm very pleased with Hammer Performance. If they don't answer the phone, email them. They are great with emails. I mean, they do emails, and I can understand business because I have a business. Sometimes you waste a lot of time on the phone, so I don't mind doing texts and emails, and neither do they. They were very quick about it, and I'm not picky about the letters, but I tell you what, this came out excellent. So now you can just get a hands-on on how long it takes to do this job. It really doesn't take long at all. It's an excellent upgrade, getting more air in there. I'm anxious to try it out, but there you go. What do you guys think? Needs a little cleaning, and we're ready to go.